Hey everyone, and welcome to the show. Today, we're diving into a story that's got Silicon Valley buzzing and raising some serious questions about the future of AI. Imagine this: a young, brilliant researcher, once hailed as a rising star at OpenAI, suddenly dies under suspicious circumstances. Then, protests erupt outside OpenAI's headquarters, fueled by grief, suspicion, and a growing fear of unchecked AI power. Sounds like a thriller, right? But this is real life, and it's happening right now. It begs the question, how far will companies go to protect their secrets? And are we sacrificing human lives at the altar of technological progress? Last Saturday, around 35 protesters gathered outside the OpenAI building in Mission Bay, San Francisco. They weren't just protesting AI advancements. They were demanding a federal investigation into the death of Suchir Balaji, an Indian-American researcher and former OpenAI employee. Balaji, you might remember, was the whistleblower who spoke to the New York Times, claiming ChatGPT violated U.S. copyright law back in 2024. His death has ignited a firestorm of controversy and conspiracy theories. Let's rewind a bit and look at the facts. Suchir Balaji was found dead by his parents. The San Francisco medical examiner ruled it a suicide. Case closed, right? Not so fast. According to protesters, and, more importantly, Balaji's family, there were elements of the scene that just didn't add up. Sam Kirchner, co-founder of Stop AI, put it bluntly: it's a very suspicious death. There's a lot of evidence pointing to the fact that it might not be a suicide. We're not trying to definitively say AI killed him, but there's potential for that. We need a full investigation to make sure that wasn't what happened. He was a whistleblower saying OpenAI was using stolen data, and he was working with the New York Times to file a lawsuit. This isn't just about one man's death. It's about the potential silencing of dissent and the lengths to which powerful companies might go to protect their interests. Derek Allen, another protester, highlighted the speed with which Balaji's death was ruled a suicide, just 40 minutes after examining the body. That's incredibly fast, raising questions about the thoroughness of the investigation. Imagine the pressure investigators are under, knowing they're dealing with a case involving a tech giant like OpenAI. Could that pressure influence their judgment? It's a chilling thought. The most heartbreaking perspective comes from Balaji's mother, Purnima Ramarao. She claims her son's system contained dangerous levels of alcohol and other drugs. How can he even shoot himself? She asks. Police said he shot himself. It's impossible. Ramarao also disputes claims that her son was unemployed and stressed, stating he had multiple job offers ranging from $850,000 to $1.5 million. Where's the stress of unemployment? She also points out that the distance from which the shots were fired was too far for Suchir to have been holding the gun himself. And what about the security footage from the building? Ramarao claims the San Francisco Police Department didn't even bother to check the key fob on other entrances, focusing only on one. SFPD did not even consider there are 3 entrances to the building, Ramarao said. They don't have CCTV in every entrance. They should have checked this key fob on other entrances. They didn't bother to do it. These are serious allegations, suggesting a potentially flawed or even biased investigation. The family's concerns are amplified by the fact that the San Francisco Police Department has been working with OpenAI during the investigation. Is there a conflict of interest here? It's a question that demands an answer. Beyond the specifics of Balaji's death, these protests are fueled by a broader fear that AI is spiraling out of control. Protesters like Jennifer Keith, a graphic designer, believe that big tech is out to destroy our way of life, lacking empathy. Kathy Burek, an instructor at City College of San Francisco, is concerned about the misuse, misdirection, or even loss of control of AI. These aren't just fringe opinions. They reflect a growing anxiety about the potential consequences of unchecked AI development. Think about it. AI algorithms are already influencing our news feeds, our purchasing decisions, and even our romantic relationships. What happens when AI becomes truly autonomous, making decisions without human oversight? The potential for misuse is staggering. The protests weren't without consequences. SFPD officers arrived and arrested protesters one by one, warning them about misdemeanor trespassing charges, which could lead to up to 6 months in jail or a $1,000 fine. Even as they were being arrested, protesters continued to chant, "When whistleblowers die, resistance is justified. And when human lives are on the line, resistance is justified." Derek Allen, while being led to a paddy wagon, shouted, "AI will destroy humanity within a few years." They said there's nothing anybody can do. I want everybody to know they can do exactly what I'm doing right now. Just enough people choose to do something. Something can happen. These arrests highlight the tension between the right to protest and the protection of private property, but they also underscore the protesters' unwavering commitment to their cause. They're willing to risk arrest and imprisonment to raise awareness about the dangers of AI and demand justice for Suchir Balaji. The story doesn't end with the protests. Balaji's parents have filed a lawsuit against the San Francisco Police Department, accusing them of illegally withholding public records related to the investigation of his death. They believe these records might shed light on the circumstances surrounding his death, and they're demanding a judge force officials to hand them over. Their attorneys, Joseph Goethals and Kevin Rooney, argue that the police department is acting as if the case is already closed, even though the investigation is supposedly ongoing. In the 2+ months since their son's passing, petitioners and their counsel have been stymied at every turn as they have sought more information about the cause of and circumstances surrounding Suchir's tragic death, the lawsuit states. This petition, they hope, is the beginning of the end of that obstruction. This lawsuit is a crucial step in the family's quest for truth and justice. It's a fight against powerful institutions and a system that they believe is failing them. It's a David and Goliath battle, and the stakes are incredibly high. Let's not forget the initial reason Suchir Balaji came into the public eye, his allegations against OpenAI regarding copyright infringement. He claimed that OpenAI repeatedly flouted federal copyright laws by siphoning data from across the internet to train ChatGPT. He even posted a detailed analysis of his concerns on his personal website, arguing that the company's data collection practices are not a sustainable model for the internet ecosystem as a whole. These allegations are significant because they strike at the heart of OpenAI's business model. If Balaji's claims are true, it could have major implications for the company's future and the entire AI industry. His concerns echo those raised in lawsuits filed by artists and several newspapers, including the New York Times, accusing OpenAI of stealing their content. Balaji was even named by the New York Times as someone who had unique and relevant documents that would support their case against OpenAI. This adds another layer of complexity to the story, suggesting that Balaji's death might be connected to his whistleblowing activities. Despite the family's concerns and the ongoing lawsuit, the San Francisco police and medical examiners have officially ruled Suchir Balaji's death a suicide. They released a 4-page joint response to the lawsuit, along with a 13-page report from the Office of the Chief Medical Examiner, confirming their initial determination and pronouncing the investigation officially closed. The OCME found no evidence or information to establish a cause and manner of death for Mr. Balaji other than a suicide by self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head, reads the medical examiner's report. SFPD conducted an independent investigation, and based on the information SFPD reviewed, there is insufficient evidence to find Mr. Balaji's death was the result of a homicide. The report cites several key factors supporting their conclusion: no signs of forced entry, internet searches related to brain anatomy on Balaji's computer, the gun belonging to Balaji, gunshot residue on both hands, and the presence of ethanol and amphetamines in his system. However, the family remains unconvinced, pointing to inconsistencies and unanswered questions in the investigation. This official ruling, while providing some closure, is unlikely to silence the critics or quell the conspiracy theories surrounding Balaji's death. The internet is awash with conspiracy theories about Suchir Balaji's death, fueled by social media posts and online forums. Some have even accused OpenAI of being directly involved in his death, despite a lack of evidence. Billionaire Elon Musk, who has a long-standing feud with OpenAI CEO Sam Altman, even weighed in, replying to a post from Balaji's mother saying, "This doesn't seem like a suicide." Former Fox News provocateur Tucker Carlson also featured Balaji's mother on his show, further amplifying the conspiracy theories. It's important to approach these claims with skepticism and rely on credible sources of information. As Nolan Higdon, a lecturer at Cal State East Bay, pointed out, the online discourse surrounding Balaji's death resembles a fascinating baseless conspiracy, particularly because it attracts people from across the political spectrum. While it's understandable that people are searching for answers, it's crucial to avoid spreading misinformation and perpetuating harmful conspiracy theories. Remember, speculation without evidence can be incredibly damaging to the family and can distract from the legitimate questions that need to be answered. The family commissioned 2 independent forensic reports that they say raise significant questions about the official findings. These reports allegedly point to anomalies in the blood spatter patterns and the absence of a suicide note. Balaji's mother has publicly stated that his death was a cold-blooded mu*d*r sick, further fueling the controversy. While the details of these independent reports haven't been fully released, they add another layer of complexity to the case and warrant further scrutiny. One key point of contention is the trajectory of the gunshot wound. According to the family's lawsuit, a separate autopsy found the trajectory to be atypical and uncommon in suicides. This discrepancy between the official findings and the independent autopsy raises serious questions about the accuracy and thoroughness of the initial investigation. It's crucial that these discrepancies are addressed and that all evidence is thoroughly examined to ensure that justice is served. This story is about more than just one man's death. It's about the growing power of AI, the potential for abuse, and the importance of ethical considerations in technological development. As AI becomes more pervasive in our lives, it's crucial that we have open and honest conversations about its risks and benefits. We need to ensure that AI is developed and used responsibly, with safeguards in place to protect against misuse. We also need to protect whistleblowers who are willing to speak out against unethical practices, even when it means risking their careers and their lives. Suchir Balaji's story is a stark reminder of the potential consequences of unchecked AI development and the importance of holding powerful companies accountable. It's a call to action for all of us to be more informed, more engaged, and more vigilant in shaping the future of AI. So, what's the takeaway from all of this? The death of Suchir Balaji is a tragedy that raises serious questions about the safety and ethics of AI development. While the official investigation has ruled his death a suicide, the family's concerns and the ongoing lawsuit suggest that there are still many unanswered questions. The protests outside OpenAI highlight the growing fear and anxiety surrounding AI's unchecked power. It's crucial that we demand transparency and accountability from tech companies and that we protect whistleblowers who are willing to speak out against unethical practices. This is a story that's still unfolding, and we'll be sure to keep you updated on any new developments. But in the meantime, what do you think? Was Suchir Balaji's death a suicide, or was there something more sinister at play? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more in-depth analysis of the latest tech news and controversies. Thanks for watching.